All right, Shalom Israel, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Mashiach Malaki Washai. That is to say, Yahweh being named the Heavenly Father, who the world will call God, and Yahweh Shai being named His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. This is Brother Kisadia from W5 Jersey, Philly. Right through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai, we're doing a quick Watchman alert, and we just letting you know that the former president of the United States, so-called Donald Trump, he just was shot today at his rally over in Butler, PA. So this is news to you. That most High willing, you really keep your head on a swivel because a lot of things is kicking off. If you need to, we have a Watching for Israel Twitter account or X account, and we normally post or repost the latest up-to-date things that's going on. So this is happening about around 6 o'clock, 6:20 p.m. on the Eastern Coast Standard Time. And like I mentioned, Trump was shot. So we're gonna play the video. I'm gonna post some precepts, and we just want to again, it's gonna be a quick update and alert just to let you know what's going on. But let's check this out.
I see something that said, take a look at what happened.
So maybe it went too fast and you didn't catch it. I'm gonna rewind it again. You're gonna see some shots let off. You're gonna see Trump grab his ear, and then the Secret Service is gonna come over and swarm and tell him to get down.
I see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Move it to the spare. Spare, get ready. Spare, get ready. We ready? Shooters down. Shooters down. Are we good? Shooters down. Are we good to move? We're down. We're good to move. We're clear. We're clear. Let's move. We're clear. Come on. Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes. I got you, sir. I got you, sir. Let me get my shoes, sir. Hold that in your head. It's bloody. So we gotta move to the box. Let me get my shoes. Okay. My shoes down. My shoes. Watch out. Wait.
You see that? So, immediately after getting shot, he raised his fist, up in the air, try to get his Kodak moment, but nevertheless, this man, he got shot earlier. The bullet, it went right through his ear, grazed his ear. Now, we don't know if this was all staged and orchestrated from his side, that the shooter, was planned. We don't know none of that. All we know is the shooter, he is killed. They put that man down earlier. As you can see, it says it says Donald Trump grazed by a bullet and 2 people dead, including the shooter, so on and so forth. And that's the shooter right there. So we definitely wanted to report on this through the spirit to let you know. Like we mentioned, you could definitely check out the official Watchman for Israel page. Most High willing, you can continue to stay up to date and up to alert as well. We had a little bit of, as far as his witness and him saying that he noticed the whole thing. He saw the man climbing up the roof. He had a rifle. I might play some of the video, but before that, I want to get some precepts, right? Because we know what time we living in. That this is not a time of this isn't a time of peace and joy. In fact, this is what the Lord said about the peace that's going to happen in the earth. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 48, and verse number 22. It says, there is no peace, said the Lord, unto the wicked. So you're not living in a time of peace. You're not living in a time of serenity and calm. You're only living in a time of great travail, where you're going to see more and more death angels out here on the earth, more and more people being killed and slaughtered. You're going to see really the Lord stir up the spirit of these different nations to go to war with one another, as he's already doing so, but much more at a rapid level. You're going to see more destruction and death. This isn't a time when Yahweh Shai is coming to galvanize the world and get everyone all on one accord and all in peace and safety. This is a time of, like we mentioned already, more and more tribulation, right? We're going to see more and more tribulation. This is a book of St. Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So it's not only the love of many as far as our own nation. You're seeing the separation spirit going on in Israel. You got camp leaders being split off, different camps and congregations breaking up, different men leaving and doing their own thing. You also got the love of many, even in this world, is waxing cold. And it's a real cold feeling. Even in the middle of the summer, you got a lot that's going on, right? A lot of, really when you talk about being cold or a cold feeling, meaning isolation, right? Isolation or feeling alone and feeling like, things aren't the way it once used to be, right? So the Lord said the love of many shall wax cold. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Now I wanted to get this account in 2nd Ezra because this is a prophecy that the Lord said would happen, and it surely has happened today. So this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, woe to the world and to them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right? So the Lord said there's going to be one people fighting against another people. Meaning what? World War III, right? Also Civil War. Now, this right here is something like this where the president, former president, or, president-elect, meaning someone who's running for the presidency, if I'm not mistaken, him being shot, right? Him being shot at, it's a big deal. This is a big deal. This day will live on in infamy as far as America is concerned. This is a big deal. This is an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. And we already know that right wing, those men, they already, they was down for Trump, whether he was going to get shot today or not. But how much more of this were they like, they really trying to, not only they're trying to arrest Donald Trump, or they have arrested him, try to put him in prison. He's supposed to be waiting this trial or this sentencing. Really, it was pushed back. I believe it's going to happen in a few days or next week or sometime very soon. They tried to do that. They impeached him before when he was in office. They trying to shut him down from the polls. They what the hell was it? It was a voter. Pretty much they rigged the election. That's the word I'm trying to look for. Right? They rigged the election, the previous election, and now they're trying to assassinate him. He's the last dying hope of America, as we see. You see that Biden, he doesn't know what's going on. No other man or even woman, for that matter, as far as the nominees, they can even run right now. So you really lost, but you left between Biden and Trump. And a regular, everyday American citizen, a regular, everyday Billy Bob or Billy Tom or Billy Karen, they're going to go for Trump. But if they try to stop the election, then of course they're going to have no way to actually get Trump in office. If they put him in jail, they tried that. And like I said, the last option they really have, because it's going to be heavy scrutiny over the election, it's going to be the last option they have is to try to get him out the way, to kill him. So that's why the Lord said, one people shall fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men. Sedition is, again, infighting, anarchy, right? Sedition, fighting against one another. A damn, what is it called? Uproar, right? A damn uproar is going to happen and take place on the earth, chiefly over here in America. And the Lord is prophesying about civil war. They made the movie Civil War. What happened in the movie Civil War? The president was assassinated. The very last thing of that movie was, and the whole thing was about getting that, they wanted to get to that president to kill him. That was the whole movie about. You had one group that was trying to defend the president, and they didn't really do a good job at all if you watch the movie. And then the other group, the whole thing was to get to the president, to kill him, to take that picture. and it pretty much, kick off a new American order. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. But what does that mean, that they shall not regard their kings? Meaning they have no respect for them. They'll think to assassinate him. Didn't they assassinate Abraham Lincoln? Popped him in the head when he was sitting in the damn what the hell is that called? Movie theater with his woman. And a man came up, I think his name was John Booth or something like that. Right? Something like that. Came up, shot him in the back of his head. Hey, didn't they just try to do that to Trump? What happened to JFK in 1963, if I'm not mistaken? He didn't want to get down with the CIA and the military. And in fact, he tried to make it, because they wanted him to go to war with Russia. The Mossad wasn't letting that happen at that time. Right? It wasn't time for that. Right? It wasn't time for that. They had buttons pressed. They had the keys turned, and they was going to launch nukes. And he was shutting all that down. The Mossad said, look, it's not time for that. So he had JFK meet up with Gorbachev. They stopped the war. They pretty much stopped World War III. They stopped that Cuban Missile Crisis. They shut all that down. And then right after that, they killed him. They took him out the way. They had a man on a rooftop, a sniper, in the CIA, who killed him and assassinated him. Right? So it says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And then it goes on. Now, what's to come of this? Well, through the Spirit, we believe martial law is going to kick off very soon. Right? Because the Lord is going to speak on it. It says a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. What does that mean? It means martial law. You're going to start driving, and you're going to see military troops with their rifles and their helmets on and their tanks and their other vehicles. And you're driving up and they like, no, you can't go here. This is a military checkpoint. You got to turn around, go back to the city. So you're going to drive back and you're going to go home and you're going to be confounded. And then you're going to walk in your house. And then not too long after that, the military troops are going to kick through your door and they're going to grab you up and put you in these buses, in these other vehicles to bring you to a FEMA camp. That's what it means. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You're going to have grown men afraid. Seen it in that movie, Leave the World Behind. You're going to be clueless out there. Why? Because you didn't put your trust in Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? And in the men of the world, well, they never trusted in the Most High. Right? And even those that's of the other nations, of course they're not going to, they can't even trust in the Most High. There's no peace for them, the Lord said, and said unto the wicked. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. What is that talking about? Men run into each other's houses. Again, martial law, anarchy, right? Civil war, right? Insurrection. These different words that's thrown out there. You understand? Race wars. You understand? Jacob's trouble. You understand? So this is really, I mean, look, you got what? You got August, you got September, you got October, then you got November. You got about 4 months until the election. And if things like this is already kicking off, how much more civil war? How much more martial law? How much more Jacob's trouble? Right? How much more, damn, the midst of World War III? And most are willing, we'll make another video on that because a lot just took place as well with Hamas, Hezbollah. Both of their top leaders were just killed today by Israel, with a fake Israel, the Israelis, Amalek, the fake Jewish, the so-called Jewish man. You understand? Right? So, I just wanted to make this quick video through the Spirit to let you know, again, just to give you that warning of what's happening right now, that really it's time to get right. A lot of things going on. You might really be going through the fire right now, but you got to keep your head in a swivel. I'm going to play this video real quick, and then we're going to leave off with this. So I wanted to play this, too, because I think they're going to take this video down soon. This is a man, he claimed that he alerted the police about the shooter, but they pretty much act like they didn't know what was going on. even his Secret Service, they wasn't trying to hear him. And, you know, to me, it seems like this thing was orchestrated and set up. But it just so happened that he was able to get, you know, they might take him out the way. Something may happen with this guy, because I don't think this is supposed to air. But we're going to play this.
5 to 7. Someone who was here. You weren't inside the event. Nope. But you were just outside. Tell us what you saw. So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us at the Brinkles Farm and Greenhouse here. We had a party. And we all decided, hey, you know, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees out there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here, I have no idea, you know. But we noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, you know, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? You know, like they didn't know what was going on. You know, we're like, hey, right here on the roof, we can see him from right here. We see him. You know, he's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots rang out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
That's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there. You can see the white roof right there.
Did you get a look at him? Could you?
No, other than he was in muted colors, tan type clothing. We saw the rifle flinging around as he was trying to crawl. We saw the rifle, 100%.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, I absolutely know about guns, for sure. It's a rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it,
but it
was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
So, how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man. All I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy who we're standing there pointing out to police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof.
You see that? So Most High willing, like I said already, you just lock in and endure. I'm going to get this last precept, right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is the book of St. Mark, chapter 13, and verse 35. And it reads, watch ye therefore, for you know not when the master of the house cometh, at even, meaning at what? Sundown, nighttime, or at midnight, which is what? The hours of 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., or at cock crowing, which is 3 p.m. to 6 a.m., or in the morning, which is 6 a.m. So with that, Most High willing, you was edified. Of course, we want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Malaki Bashai. Lord willing, you say in the spirit, watch and pray, for you know not when the time is. Kwame Yasharala, Shalom.